Hey everyone, this is Spoonfed here. I'm going to show you how to install Ubuntu 11.04. Basically, you had your ISO, you burn it to CD or DVD or USB and boot it off it, or you had Booby if you were in Windows. And if you reboot, you're going to get this if you have CD. I'm not really sure if you get this if you have Booby, but that's kind of tricky. I'm not really sure. If you don't get this menu, then skip to wherever it is that you land. So basically you choose your language here for the menu. I'm going to choose English, and then you have an option of try Ubuntu without installing, install Ubuntu, check the disk for defects, test the memory, or boot from first hard disk. I'm going to directly install Ubuntu. So let's wait a minute for that to happen. So as you can see right now, it's just loading the Ubuntu environment from which I'm gonna install. So here we are at the install screen. So you choose the language that you want the English, or sorry, you choose the language that you want the install to be, and I want it to be English. I think they've added a lot of extra languages, but I'm not sure. Like these, my God. So forward to the next step. Here it checks if you met some basic requirements. This last step is not really necessary. These two are. I'm going to choose that one, and I'm going to choose that one. Basically, if you don't want this third-party software, you don't need it because you can get other plugins that you, but like Flash, that's a tricky one. I mean, you have open source Flash plugins, but it's just Flash on Linux anyway is horrible. I mean, they should have like. I'm glad HTML5 comes out. Let's put it that way. So we checked all the boxes. I'm going to check forward. I'm going to click forward, and we'll move on to the next step, which is what do you want to do with drive space? Well, we can choose to do the whole disk or something else. And there is another option here that is install alongside if you have already an operating system on there. So I'm going to say erase disk, install Ubuntu, and that's what I want. Yes, I want the whole thing. Basically, you get a slider here, then you can like drag to the left or right how big you want Ubuntu to be. But yeah, that's what I want. So I'm gonna say install now, and then it's gonna ask me a few questions later on. I believe. See, here we are. What the time zone is you're in, and what city in the time zone. Well, this is fine. So I'm gonna hit next or forward. I think forward is a better option anyway in the installation screen because it gives you some satisfaction. Oh, I'm moving forward to my final goal instead of next sounds so negative. Who's next? Here, choose your keyboard layout, which I want that one. Choose any one that you want to have. You can make it detect the keyboard layout, but I like to use this one because it gives me the option to create like foreign letters, like the vowels with accents on them and stuff like that, like punctuation mark over the I. I'm not really sure how it's called in English, but like stuff like that. Um, so yeah, so I'm moving forward again, forward march to my next step, which is the Alt GR. By the way, is just Alt Control hold together, but you have a button on the right. The right Alt is the Alt GR button. I don't know what the GR button stands for. Maybe someone can explain that one to me in the comments. Type in your name, and that one becomes your username as well by default, and your computer's name it types in as well. This is a virtual machine, so I'm gonna leave it that way. I don't care what it says right there. And here you can choose any username you want, but it has to be in all lowercase letters. So I'm not really sure if numbers can be in there as well. I'm gonna choose the password, and it's gonna tell me that my password is weak, which I don't care because nobody has been able to figure it out yet. So you could choose to log in automatically, which I would do if I were you and you were the only one, at home using this computer. Otherwise, do this one, and if you're in an office environment, do that one as well. Check the encrypt my home folder, which basically means that if there are when there's more than one account on the Linux box, if they go to your home folder for whatever reason, how they get there, they can't see it. They just can't open it. Or neither from like Windows. Sometimes you can have a plugin for Windows that allows you to see X3 and X4 file systems, which they can see the file system, but they can't see your home folder. So that's for you can check that if you want to. I don't need to check that, and I'm only gonna check requirement password to log in to show you the login screen, because it has some extra options that you can check, that you can specify each time that you log in, or specify once when you log in, and then from then on you can say, all right, from now on log me in automatically with these settings. As you can see, you have a narwhal here. If you didn't know what a narwhal was before Ubuntu, then you do know now. They're hunted by a community somewhere in Greenland, I think it was. I'm not really sure if it was Greenland. Some Arctic community hunts these, and they hunt about 6 a year or so. And they're quite efficient at it. But they're very shy animals, so you have to predict where they have to predict where they surface, which is very hard to do apparently. Uh, well, here it says that you can have even more software, which is Software Center, which I'm going to be explaining all about. Um, and yeah, basically it's your like getting all the applications that you want. It's actually very nifty to use. It's very easy. You just type in whatever you want, and then it will show you applications that you can install that and what those applications do, and they're all free. You don't have to pay for them. They're also open source, so you can look at the source code and tweak them if you want. Yeah, for example, this Stellarium that's on there is will give you an overview of your night sky. So what you will see if you look up, which is pretty cool. They changed the photo manager. It used to be FSpot, now it's Shotwell. I haven't really used both of them, so I can't comment on them like from a user experience point. But to me, this one is better for organizing, and FSpot was maybe better for like editing or something. I'm not really sure. Probably both of them are like equally well. Supported software as a GIMP image editor. GIMP is so far the only one I know. Or no, Inkscape you have as well, I think, for image editing. But I would go with GIMP. I mean, there are loads of tutorials, even on the site itself. You can get a lot of them from if you're a subscriber to Linux Format. They had a lot of GIMP tutorials, pretty awesome ones as well. Yeah, Ubuntu 1 mobile. I'm not really sure if that's already up again, because they were doing a lot of updates to it. So I bought a new phone, an HTC Sensation, and I wanted to like move all my old contacts to the new phone. And I asked them in the shop, is that possible? So the guy at the shop said, yeah, it's automatically, it's seamless, it's effortless to do. I'm like, okay, so I'll go home, plug in a new SIM card, power on the phone, and says, do you want to import the contacts from your old phone, old SIM card? I'm like, yeah, of course I want to do it. Okay, select the model from your phone. Well, my model was not in there because before that I had a Samsung Omnia, which sucks. I mean, really, if you have an Omnia and you don't think it sucks, then I don't know what's wrong with you. I hated that phone. A friend of mine, she had it, and she said, "Yeah, I'm quite pleased with it." And then I bought it, and then at that time that I got it, she said, "I hate that phone. I'm sorry you had to buy it too." And I'm like, "Yeah, I hate the phone too." But as I went to Samsung, and then I said other, and then it says, "Well, we can't help you." Like like that was it. That we can't help you. And then I selected another model just to see what would happen, and it says, "Put on your phone," and it was gonna do it by Bluetooth. And I was like, "How is that even possible?" I mean, you're most of my contacts are on the SIM card. They're just on the SIM card itself, not on my phone. So yeah, so I lost all of my contacts in one go, and then I remembered I have Ubuntu 1 set up, and I was so glad that I did that. That I backed up all my mobile contacts to Ubuntu 1, and I go to Ubuntu 1, and it says that on that day, that very same day that I got the new phone, they were offline due to like update to Ubuntu 1. I was like, oh god, why does this happen to me? So yeah, so, but I did it another way. You can look at your contacts online. If you are logged in via the PC, you can see the contacts, but you can't use them as an application. So I just had to manually like type in all. So that was done. So I I did manage to fix it in the end, but it was a hassle. Yeah, as you can see, social media is integrated into Ubuntu even more so than it was already, because you have an extra option. I think I believe you have an extra option, but I'm not really sure. I should check that out. I don't do much in social media, as you might have noticed. For Spoonfed, I did the necessary Facebook page and Twitter. Um, I've yet to make that like grow. I don't know. Maybe if you guys just subscribe on YouTube, because that's pretty. Well, I think that's a good platform for me to like expand my audience, and maybe in the future I will be a vivid Twitterer or whatever the name is, and Facebook guy. But for now, it's just gonna be YouTube and Fiddler, I think. As you can see, it says supported software Flash and Chromium. Flash on Linux is horrible. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's if there was one reason that you could give for not going to Linux, it's Flash. You could just say, "Well, Flash doesn't work on there," and I would say, "Yeah, it doesn't work." Or you can like check YouTube out and everything, but the Flash plugin crashes so many times. It causes so many problems. It's really, really horrible. As you can see now, they've gone to LibreOffice, which I've not followed the story completely, but it's like a split from OpenOffice, and it has to do with LibreOffice is free software, whereas OpenOffice is open software, which means that LibreOffice you can do pretty much anything with. You can like pass it on to other people. You can modify it and tweak it and uh, pass it off as your own, I guess. That's all possible with free software, whereas in open software you only have the source code is available, but the rest isn't. Uh, Huge debate in the community at large. Uh, well, Customise Ubuntu, I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna tell you and show you all about that as well, because you can change your theme, you can change your background, you can get new themes, you can get. I'm not really sure how it works in Windows. I think you can get themes for Windows, but it's slightly more of a hassle to get them for free. think, yeah, because normally you can only get them if you buy them. They're like premium themes. Thank you for choosing Ubuntu. You're welcome. No problem at all. As you can see, it's still working on installation, so I'll just continue on rambling because I cut this part out and then continue, but yeah, I don't feel like doing that right now. I hate cutting stuff out. I had to do it, by the way, for the like Windows XP installation. I forgot how tedious and boring that was. It was horrible. I'm glad that one was over with because um, from now on I'm also only gonna do videos. I thought for a long time I wanted to do like screenshots and videos, but first of all, screenshots take ages to load the page, so you're probably already bored by reading them because it takes too long. Um, with this, you can skip to the parts that you want. You can fast forward through the whole installation. Maybe you only have a problem at the end, and you want to answer to that, or God knows what. Um, yeah, so and you can endlessly replay this, and you can download it if you want. I mean, it's gonna be on YouTube and Vidler, but if people wanted like to have the video like as a file, then maybe I will put them up for grabs. I'm not really sure. I have to check that out. Um, I'm also, which I also talked about in the last video, uh, I'm gonna do a series on a game, and I don't wanna ruin the surprise of what game it will be, but there's not much hints I can give that will like keep it a secret while still make it enticing, because everything that I thought of so far would instantly give away which game I'm gonna play. Um, I can tell you why I got the idea to do that. It has always to do with Archmage Malik and Screamrave, and a good friend of mine, uh, which is a separate person. Not that Screamrave is a good friend of mine. I consider him to be, but I don't think he considers me yet. Um, uh, yeah, my good friend harassed me on Skype saying, "Do you play Terraria? Are you ready? Do you have Terraria? If not, get Terraria on Steam now, and we have to play it." So I said, "Well, I heard about it because I don't know, I read somewhere. I think it was in Linux format. I read about Terraria, and they said it's you know saying that it's Minecraft but then in 2D is not doing it justice, and I back that idea up like solid, because it's not. It is like um, it borrowed a lot from Minecraft, but I have played Minecraft and I'm not really into it. I guess it's because of the like 3D world and like only blocks and stuff like that. Maybe it's that. Maybe I don't know. It just wasn't just not meant for me. And then Terraria came along, and I thought, yeah, but if it's borrowed so much from Minecraft, and I don't like Minecraft that much, I'm not gonna spend money on it. And then my friend said, you know what? I'll just get you a copy, and then we'll can play, and you'll love it. So I started playing with my friend, and I was not really into it that much. Like I said, I thought, oh man, I'm just so glad I got this for free and not like I had to pay. Even it's only €8, I know, but still, I don't like spending money on stuff that I don't want or need, or doesn't work or the way I want it to, or just bad use of spending money. I hate. So I went to a video on Terraria on YouTube, and I got to Malik and Screamrave doing a dual commentary co-op play of Terraria, and I laughed my ass off. It was so freaking hilarious, and since then I'm hooked on Terraria, basically just because of them. And then I started to view more videos of them. Archmage Malik did Minecraft videos as well as Screenwave, but like I said, I don't like Minecraft that much. But Screenwave also did an Oblivion one, which was hilarious, which still is hilarious because he's doing it now. He did one of Borderlands with Braidolf, which I recommend to check out as well. It's pretty cool. And then Archmage Malik started playing Magicka, which he did because a lot of subscribers recommended it to him, saying, "Oh, you need to play Magicka." And I started playing it too, and that's a pretty cool game as well. So that's where I got the idea of playing, doing a game and providing commentary with it. So yeah, oh, we only need 20 seconds, and then this downloading is complete. Oh, and now it's minutes. Oh, my network is jumping up and down like crazy. Right, just a few moments, and then we'll have it installed. Okay, it's installing the system right now. Man, there are a lot of steps. Yeah, if you want, you could view the whole process here. Just click on that one, and then I was gonna say you can opt to skip this one, and I won't do that. All the updates that is just downloaded, it's gonna install right now, which still isn't the completely updated system, by the way. I mean, if you uh, run update manager, I'm sure they will say, no, you need to install this and this and this package. I'm like, yeah, okay, fine. So yeah, Screenwave and Malik inspired me to do one. And I also liked the TSO Shadows one of Terraria, by the way. The last part that I saw was part 5, which was the only part actually that I saw. But that was pretty awesome. Um, if you don't play Terraria, I can highly recommend to play it. If you don't know what it is, check out Malixin Screenwave's rendition of playing Terraria. It's pretty awesome. Uh, but you have the ending of TSO Shadows 1 was he's in a dungeon or the dungeon area, and he's going a pretty long way down already, and it's daytime, and you have a boss there, and his name is Skeletron, and Skeletron during the day does like over 9,000 damage. Basically means that you can't go in there during the day. If it's night, then fine. Uh, so he goes down, and then he gets killed by Skeletron, doing over 9,000 damage. And he says, "Over 9,000?" And then he adds the clip from Dragon Ball Z where Vegeta asks Nappa, What does this card read? I can't believe it. His power level is over 9,000. And so yeah, that's basically where the joke comes from, of course. And there is an achievement in Magicka which has the same joke, which I thought was pretty funny. That two games that came out like at the same time by different makers had the same joke in it. Pretty funny. So we are almost done. Mm. And then we'll go to the boot. See, here you go. I'm gonna restart now. Yes, sir. Yes, sir, Bobby. I'm gonna show the login screen, and I'll just stop at I'll stop there. Yeah, enter restarting system. If you hear a kitten faintly in the background, by the way, that's my Bengal. His name is Rorschach, with Roar spelled Roar. And if you don't know, Bengals can be quite vocal, so it's one of the reasons we named him that way. And the other one that you don't hear is his buddy, his great friend and lifelong partner, I believe, is Mephisto. So, yeah, so this is the basic login screen, and you click your name, and you get some options below here. You get the time, you get some shutdown and restart and suspend things. You can check the environment that you want. Ubuntu Classic is GNOME how it was in 10.04. So if you saw that one, then you know what it is. Classic no effects is the same as 10.04, but then without Compass doing the effects. And you can say use define session because you can specify all kinds of things. Here you have your keyboard layout, and here is the language. So I'm just going to log in, and then it says here, which I already feared, that I don't have the hardware required to run Unity well. I'll tell you that I have an excellent video card, but it's one of the video cards that is presently not supported in Unity. So that's a bit crap. But okay, I'm just gonna close, and I'll get the standard like environment. I can choose Unity 2D, but forget it. I'm not gonna do it. So yeah, so you log in and you have everything where it's supposed to be. Your full desktops, your trash can, your button to show desktop, applications, places, system, and quick. They removed the help, like quick icon. I've noticed. So yeah, I don't know why they did that. No, must be a reason for it. And here you have the options for your chat accounts, for your social media, and here as well as Ubuntu 1, which used to be under this one. And then here you have all the logouts and all that stuff. So I'm gonna shut it down because that's it for now. Yeah, the next videos will be about customizing Ubuntu, doing all kinds of stuff in Linux, and of course the game. I'm gonna do the game sessions. So bye bye for now.